At a time when airline travel is getting more and more uncomfortable, there was a new wrinkle, a Boeing 727 with only 33 seats, an open bar, and private compartments. Jeff Madrick took a look inside for us.
Fantastic. I'd recommend it to anybody.
Well, I've flown first class all the time on other carriers, and as far as I'm concerned, everything else is second class.
The founders of MGM Grand Air agree. They say there isn't any first class anymore. And with Las Vegas financier Kirk Kerkorian as owner, they launched their 3-airplane airline this week to provide one. There are 2 flights to Los Angeles and 2 flights back to Kennedy Airport every day, and the price, $818 one way, the same as a first-class ticket on American Airlines. If it all sounds like another chapter from a book called The Roaring '80s about a luxury-seeking society, maybe it is. The comfortable, personalized lounge is only the beginning. The carpeted interior includes even the cockpit. The large chairs swivel all the way around. The dining tables are fit to eat off of. There is customized food service and an open bar.
Caviar omelet. They will make on board any omelet that you'd like, any eggs, any way you'd like them. Prepare a personalized meal specifically for you.
You can even rent a private compartment for 4 for only $2,400 for the trip. You can use it for yourself or invite 3 other companions along. The seats roll out into a bed, and it comes complete with 2 VCRs. And, of course, a private compartment for 2. And don't call this lounge just a bathroom. Passengers may be willing to spend $818 each way for all that luxury. The question, of course, is whether MGM Grand will be able to make a profit on it. General Michael Rogers, a former fighter ace who founded the airline, says he'll have to fill between 23 to 27 of each of the plane's 33 seats to put MGM Grand into the black. And that won't be easy. A predecessor luxury carrier, Regent, also founded by Rogers, already failed, but its initial ticket price was twice as high. Whether luxury will command a sufficient audience remains to be seen. Some airline pros say on-time performance and convenience are more important. MGM Grand runs only 2 flights a day, and this morning's flight was delayed 20 minutes because of a fuel spill. Some things money just can't buy. I spoke by phone to General Rogers in Los Angeles earlier today. He says he is essentially going after the bi-coastal businessman who flies frequently. And he says that that's not only the movie executive. It includes investment and commercial bankers, lawyers, and even garment manufacturers. So far, he says, he's spent $1.5 million on advertising.
Jeff, are they recycling the old Regent Air 727s, or are these totally new?
As you noted, he founded Regent Air. I don't know if they're the same planes. He says he is not going to make all those mistakes over again. Well, we'll see.
Were the people who were delayed upset, or were they drinking champagne?
They were having a good time. It's actually quite a comfortable lounge. 20 minutes these days is pretty good, actually.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, thanks.
MGM Grand Air introduces Grand Class to Los Angeles. At the same price as ordinary first class, Grand Class offers a new standard of luxury. MGM Grand Air. Everything else should be called second class.
Imagine an airline like no other. An airline so superior in style and substance, it recalls a past time when traveling was an elite experience. Imagine an airline that promises no lines to wait in, no check-in counters, no lost luggage, and no waiting for luggage. Imagine an airline that flies exclusively between New York and Los Angeles on a very convenient, business-oriented schedule. Now imagine that this unique airline that delivers true luxury costs the same as ordinary first class on most other airlines. Imagine no more. MGM Grand Air is here. Introduce yourself to Grand Class Service. Grand Class Service begins the moment you arrive at our exclusive, convenient terminals in Los Angeles and New York. There is ample parking just steps away from our club lounge. Or if you prefer, we will arrange door-to-door limousine service. Baggage problems have been completely eliminated because MGM Grand Air porters immediately whisk your luggage onto the plane and return it to you upon debarkation. Once in our terminal, you begin to experience the private club atmosphere of the truly private MGM Grand Air Lounge. Original art and designer furniture abound. A concierge will assist you and ensure that all your travel needs are promptly taken care of. Our lounges offer private conference rooms, phones, and complimentary beverages. After a brief stay in our lounge, you'll be escorted to our nearby planes, where you'll discover what first class was always meant to be. There'll be a maximum of 33 passengers per flight, served impeccably by 5 highly professional flight attendants. Once on board, you'll discover that amenities abound like no other airline. Relax in a contoured swivel seat. Hold a meeting in one of our luxuriously appointed private compartments. Make new friends or business contacts at the stand-up bar. Indulge yourself in a first-run movie. There are 6 choices, some shown on your own personal monitor. Even call home or ahead on our state-of-the-art air phones. And what would the ultimate in air travel be without world-class cuisine? MGM Grand Air's food service was created by one of the world's most renowned chefs. For starters, there's an opulent selection that includes imported caviar, giant prawns on ice, assorted pâtés, choicest cheeses, and fresh-baked breads. On morning flights, indulge yourself in our brunch in the sky. Enjoy made-to-order eggs or omelets and all the trimmings. Our gourmet lunch and dinner entrees are served on fine china and feature the freshest fish and fowl, as well as Chateaubriand and beef Wellington. To complement this fare are imported vintage wines and champagne, personally chosen by our highly respected wine steward. There is no airline on Earth that can compete with MGM Grand Air's food and beverage service. MGM Grand Air fosters a climate conducive to doing business in a very elegant and pleasurable atmosphere. And the more you fly Grand Class, the more free flights you can accumulate. From your first flight, you are automatically enrolled, if you so choose, in our Plus program. It's one more reason why you shouldn't bother with ordinary first class anymore. In fact, MGM Grand Air is so superior without costing more. Everything else should be called second class.
Los Angeles International Airport. Just the thought of it can strike a chord of fear in the heart of a weary traveler. Too much traffic, too many people, just too much confusion. Luckily, there is an alternative. If you fly between Los Angeles and New York, MGM Grand Air is a radically different approach to airline travel. You'll breathe a sigh of relief when you pull up to the curbside check-in area. From this point, you're a mere 5 minutes from the total comfort in the Imperial Terminal.
The customer looks upon our service as if it were their own private corporate jet. And as such, enjoys and expects the stress-free, hassle-free environment. The pressures associated with the main terminal are eliminated.
Once inside, you'll feel more like you're at home in your living room than waiting for a plane. The airline has spent a great deal of money to set up a completely stress-free environment. You won't find surroundings like these in the airport's main building. Every effort has been made to make you as comfortable as possible, right down to your morning orange juice or coffee. For the business traveler, conference rooms add convenience and can save a great deal of time. But as they say, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Our airplane is a 727-100 that normally carries between 100 and 110 passengers in standard airline configuration. We have 33 first-class seats.
First class is the only class on MGM Grand Air. The plane's forward compartment consists of only 9 luxurious seats. You're sitting next to no one. And no smoking, please. The center section is comprised of 4 more single seats, a lounge area, and a stand-up bar. As you move closer to the rear of the plane, you get the feeling that you could actually be on a luxury train. The private staterooms include all the comforts of home, from plush, easy chairs to a state-of-the-art audio-video system to amuse you during your trip. In addition, these compartments can be sealed off to form quiet meeting or sleeping areas, as the seats also make into queen-size beds on demand. Try finding that in any average airline. Luxury has even found its way into the onboard restroom, right down to the monogrammed bar of soap. And all of this for about the cost of a typical first-class ticket. Think about that the next time you're sitting in a standard airline seat with your knees in your nose.
When it comes to paying for first-class air travel, this is definitely what service should be.
Not so long ago, travel was anything but luxurious. By sea, by land, especially by air. But this is a story about progress, and eventually man could fly. Why, man could fly and even be served a cup of coffee.
Now, for a long time, a cup of coffee or even a ham sandwich was a great novelty at 30,000 feet. But then people got bored. Tastes changed. Fortunately, along came something called MGM Grand Air. Talk about service.
Only in America. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. It's over the top, but I love it.
This is also a story about the future. Life may seem easy for the Jetsons, but look a little closer. Poor George seems more a victim of modern conveniences.
Jane, stop this crazy thing!
I guess we all envision a world where technology serves the real needs of people. Folks here at MGM Grand Air believe that. In fact, if you asked them, they'd tell you the future has just arrived.
Grand class luxury becomes even grander with the addition of 3 DC-8 Super 62 aircraft. With state-of-the-art technology, they are among the quietest planes in the sky. All very nice, but what about service?
Oh, great wide leather seats and leg room that any basketball team would love. Am I in first class? It sure feels like first class. I'm not. Take a look at what MGM Grand Air calls Grand Class Coach.
Expect gourmet meals to be served on china. Expect complimentary beverages to be poured in stemware. After the meal, take care of business on airphones located in every row. This new service extends Grand Class to associates not eligible to fly Grand Class first.
Now, MGM Grand Air already has the best first-class service in the world. But when passengers board these planes, well, they'll see the best is now even better.
Grand Class First passengers will have all new menus with more choices. They'll have state-of-the-art audio and video equipment, a broader selection of first-run films, I Love Lucy if they want, all screened on high-definition monitors. They'll have a better working environment, outlets for personal computers, more earphones, a fax machine. Larger private cabins can become bedrooms, boardrooms, rumpus rooms. Looks like there's reward enough for flying in Grand Class style, but there's more as MGM Grand Air announces Premier, the most lucrative Fortunate Flyer program in the world. And the world is exactly what Premier certificates can buy.
motivational story about progress, about the future, ends with a recap of everything MGM Grand Air is and isn't.
MGM Grand Air is not a crowded airport where you tote your own bags. MGM Grand Air is traffic-free terminals in New York and Los Angeles where all baggage is handled curbside. MGM Grand Air is not long lines waiting to check in. It is quick and attentive service from a friendly concierge. MGM Grand Air is not beverage service offered with an attitude and at any price. It is Moet and Chandon poured freely and for free. MGM Grand Air is not, well, it's not airline food. It is made-to-order gourmet cuisine. MGM Grand Air is not tired old in-flight entertainment. It is first-run films screened on high-definition monitors. And MGM Grand Air is not lackluster baggage retrieval. It is luggage handled with care, one piece at a time. Finally, MGM Grand Air is people. Sure, the planes may be grander, but one thing that can't be improved upon is the people. People dedicated to offering the best service in the sky. Boy, have we come a long way from a paper cup of coffee and a ham sandwich. You can book MGM Grand's Link to London, Concorde Grand Class. Passengers can fly MGM from Los Angeles to New York, stay overnight at the luxurious Park 51 Hotel, and then board the flight of a lifetime, the British Airways Concorde, all for about the price of an ordinary first-class fare. What a stylish value. Need more convincing? Now you can share in the rewards of Grand Class luxury. Book 5 segments on either Grand Class First or Grand Class Coach between August 23rd and October 31st and earn a free one-way ticket aboard MGM Grand Air. So let your fingers do the booking so you can do the flying. But finally, man could fly. Finally, man could fly and even be served a cup of coffee.
Aviation has come a long way since those early days. No question, the in-flight service has too. Thank you, Leanne. Now, you already know MGM Grand Air isn't a grand class all by itself. Did you know something? The best is about to get even better.
In Orlando, Florida, MGM Grand Air is proudly at work on the latest evolution of Grand Class luxury, a trio of DC-8 Super 62 aircraft. Aircraft originally designed for 200 passengers will carry just 81 Grand Class travelers in a style to which you have grown accustomed. After all, these planes are the result of your suggestions.
We have the benefit of having 60,000 people tell us how to improve our product. And we've listened very carefully to and benefited greatly from that input.
The aircraft will be equipped with a state-of-the-art navigation system and the latest in aviation technology. Complying with the FAA's most stringent noise abatement regulations, these will be the quietest DC-8s in the sky. Now, about your suggestions. You asked for even more comfort, so the new planes will include specially designed sleeper seats that recline to a completely horizontal position. There will be brighter reading lights. Each plane will have 37 airphones. You'll have a choice between 6 first-run films. Films shown on 35 monitors throughout the plane, many of them 23-inch screens. All flights will serve fresh espresso and cappuccino. And yes, you asked for it. Each plane will be equipped with a fax machine. Imagine that.
It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. It's over the top, but I love it.
It's definitely my belief through experience now that there's always a market for high-quality service, always a market for taking the stress out of travel, especially for the business traveler. And those clients that seek this quality service, this is the kind of product for them.
And the product will include even better customer service. You asked for it, so expect advanced boarding passes and seat assignments. Expect new decor in the terminals. And most of all, expect some things to remain just the same. MGM Grand Air will continue to set the finest table and serve the finest cuisine in the sky, all presented in a style reminiscent of travel on the Orient Express. And how could we forget there's something else that won't be changing. Isn't that right, Mr. Damoni?
That's correct. At the end of the flight, when you wake up from your nap, you'll smell the aroma of the freshly baked cookies. We wouldn't change that for the world.
The evolution of Grand Class luxury means a new fleet of airplanes, expanded charter and cargo services, more comfort. But what makes MGM Grand Air successful isn't planes, it's people.
Customer service is what we have to sell. We are fortunate in that we have an outstanding employee workforce. They are MGM Grand Air.
Now, the one question we haven't answered, when? When will Grand Class become even grander? Can you wait until summertime? Come on, be patient. The best is worth waiting for.
Welcome aboard the travel experience of a lifetime. Grand Class on MGM Grand Air. A service dedicated to your comfort and enjoyment, non-stop. Here are some important service features to assure you enjoy a safe trip today. Grand Class service starts with our experienced crew of flight attendants. So if there's anything you need during today's flight, just ring for assistance. The service request button is in the left armrest for Grand Class first passengers. And in Grand Class coach, it's directly above every seat. Please read your important information card entitled, Just in Case, to familiarize yourself with the DC-8 Super 62. Federal regulations require passengers to comply with all lighted passenger information signs and posted placards. For takeoff and landing, selected Grand Class first seats must be facing forward, but all seats must be upright and locked. Of course, your seatbelt must be fastened, and although we generally cruise at 41,000 feet where there's typically less turbulence, it's a grand idea to stay buckled in throughout the flight today. To fasten your seatbelt, simply insert the metal end into the buckle until it clicks. Pull the strap until it is snug. To unfasten, lift up on the top plate of the buckle. Seatbelts should be worn low and tight. Federal law prohibits smoking anywhere on the plane at all times, and all carry-on items must be stowed underneath your seat or in Grand Class coach in the compartments overhead for takeoff and landing. For your safety, there are 8 exits throughout the plane. 2 exits forward, 4 window exits over each wing, and 2 exit doors in the rear of the plane. The 4 main exit doors are equipped with escape slides where indicated by a blue arrow. As an additional safety feature, this plane has floor-level exit lighting. If there is a loss of aircraft power, these lights will illuminate. The exits are indicated by red lights. Each of the exit doors open the same way. Pull up on the handle in the direction of the arrow and swing the door out. In Grand Class first, a life vest is in the arm of your seat. In the staterooms, 4 vests are located in the compartment overhead, and in Grand Class coach, 2 vests are stowed between all seats. Should its use become necessary, remove the vest from the plastic packet. Place it over your head, fasten the belt around your waist, and connect the hooks to the center clips. Pull the yellow tab snugly to the waist. A rescue light is located in the shoulder. It is battery-powered and water-activated. Remove the pull-to-light tab at waist level if it is night. When at the exit, after leaving the aircraft, firmly pull down on the red tabs and the vest will fill with air. If it fails to inflate, you can also blow it up with the tube attached to the vest. Life rafts are located in the ceiling compartment above the exits at the front and rear of the plane. Hook the line on the end of the packet to the exit door hinge and throw the raft onto the water. It will inflate as you pull the red handle and can carry up to 42 people safely. In the event of cabin decompression, an oxygen mask will appear from overhead. Immediately tug the line to begin the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and continue to breathe normally. Secure the elastic band around your head to hold the mask in place. Secure your mask first and then help your traveling companion. Continue using the mask until advised by a crew member it is no longer needed. So relax as we taxi for takeoff. Once airborne, we'll be serving complimentary drinks before our gourmet dining service. And thank you for flying MGM Grand Air.
lifestyles of the rich and famous. Television's unchallenged authority on wealth, prestige, and the good life.
Your host is Robin Leach, who circles the globe to uncover the stories America will never stop talking about.
But first on Lifestyles, Ivana Trump's ultimate wings of luxury. MGM Grand, the airline that put the class back into first-class air travel, has made some changes in its bi-coastal service. Its new fleet of DC-8 Super 62s are even roomier and more luxurious than before. Originally designed to carry 190, they now transport just 75 pampered passengers in the height of airborne comfort. MGM Grand veterans have come to expect the very best. Take it from a Newhart star devotee.
The first time, in fact, that I ever flew MGM Grand Air to go to New York, I was very sick. I got on the flight, and they made up a compartment for me that is a full bed. I mean, not just a little pull down, a full bed with linens, pillows. I thought I had died and gone to heaven, and I got well on that flight.
A gimme a break star flip for MGM's Dream Girl treatment.
You hear about the old movie stars being treated so special, and the seats, it's better than the Concorde. The Concorde, no offense, Concorde, but your seats are too tight. And before anyone says anything about my weight, shut up.
An international expert on luxury and first-class treatment is another fan. Ivana Trump insists that special West Coast visitors to her world-class, world-renowned Plaza Hotel always touch down in the Big Apple in style.
MGM Grand has just a wonderful service, and we all in the hospitality business, hotel business, or airline business. You know, in real estate, you say location, location, location. In our business, we say service, 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 and this is what they give.
All-star passengers include Tom Cruise, Kathleen Turner, Jacqueline Smith, Al Pacino, and Elliot Gould.
This is a lot of fun, and I'm sure it's very interesting to a majority of people who don't get an opportunity to experience this kind of luxury and grandeur. And I'm here to say that if I can do it, you can do it.
Airborne luxury has become even more affordable with Grand Class Coach. But don't let that word coach fool you. Each pair of oversized leather seats has a video monitor and airphone. There's also state-of-the-art audio and fax machines. The service soars high above first class on most other airlines, yet it costs the same as other coach tickets. With the former fleet of 727s now charter flying everyone from rock bands to basketball teams, the DC-8s are the new luxury kings of the sky. The best can indeed get better, and with MGM Grand, that's not just pie in the sky.
'Tis the season to be generous, and generous amounts of gifts are pouring in for American service personnel in the Gulf. CNN's Mike Capps reports the givers range from the rich to the famous, and the offerings from cookies to cologne.
Arnold Schwarzenegger did not show up in Saudi Arabia. He did send 9 weight machines and 2 exercise bikes, a famous actor and bodybuilder's way of saying Merry Christmas. Not to be outdone, a California-based executive airline catering to wealthy business travel. Airline employees began collecting gifts for the troops less than 2 weeks ago. Executives say they don't want publicity, so we won't mention the airline's name.
We happen to cater to corporations that hadn't had the opportunity to give things before. They don't want any publicity out of this at all either.
Okay, so we won't mention the company's names either, but they did themselves proud. And the gifts are L.A. Glitz. 5,000 pounds of men's and women's skin moisturizer, 5,000 Dick Tracy movie videos, and dozens of bottles of high-dollar cologne. In all, 15 tons of Christmas cheer.
We have 20,000 cookies. We have some basketballs from the NBA autographed. We have some footballs from the NFL. We have a couple of large packages of Frisbees.
Airline officials heard about a critical need for reading material, so pilots passed out the latest news from home. The next step, making sure the goodies get in the hands of soldiers.
We've been working closely with the Defense Logistics Agency, and we're also working with the USO in Bahrain to deliver those. And I think they'll get out there.
One problem remains. Airline employees collected more gifts than the airplane could hold. So within the next few days, the airline will send another plane with yet another load of Christmas gifts for the troops. Mike Capps, CNN, Saudi Arabia.
Just yesterday, we told you about a plane load of gifts that left LAX bound for Saudi Arabia. As Gary Matsumoto reports, many of those presents are already in the hands of military personnel stationed in Saudi Arabia.
Santa's arriving in style this year, his sleigh with several extra 1,000 pounds of thrust. The Santas here are wearing blue suits instead of red. In fact, here in Muslim Saudi Arabia, it's unusual for Santa to be making an appearance at all. It's Operation Desert Cheer. The luxury commercial airline service, MGM Grand Air, has organized an airlift of Christmas presents for the soldiers.
We decided we should do something for the troops, and one thing led to another, so we put it together. We started this 13 days ago, and we're delivering 15 tons of gifts today. We have some footballs from the NFL. We have a couple of large packages of Frisbees, plenty of reading material, audio cassettes, video cassettes. We have on board lots of books, many books.
The executive business class compartment on board this plane, all upholstered in leather, has been turned into a temporary cargo hold. The seats are jammed with gift-wrapped CD and cassette players. The overhead compartments jammed with an estimated 20,000 chocolate chip cookies. Deep in the desert, Santa may not have arrived, but the mailman has.
Oh, Christmas present. Come on, she shouldn't have. It's not Christmas yet. My Nikes. My Nikes.
Perhaps the best present of all is simply mail.
Yeah, it's great to get mail, you know, keep in touch of what's going on. My wife is pregnant now, twins. She's due any day, so she keeps me informed of what's going on.
Christmas is being celebrated here, but out of sight, even out in the desert. Soldiers may have put up Christmas trees, but they're the size of table lamps, and even then, they're being kept behind securely lashed tent flaps. Gary Matsumoto for Channel 4 News, Eastern Saudi Arabia.
And how about those Bulls? They are flying high this year. They have begun using a new MGM Grand charter plane. It's a Boeing 118-seat 727 aircraft, which has been reconfigured with 34 plush recliner seats. It has everything, including the best in food, 5 flight attendants, sleeping compartments. And John Paxson tells our Bob Basilopoulos the reason for all this.
We're hoping that, you know, by having a charter plane, you know, maybe win 4 or 5 more games on the road, and because you save, you know, getting the early wake-up calls, you can fly out after a game. So that's what it's all about. But it's a beautiful plane.
So you have the lounge area?
Yeah, this is the lounge, and this is where most guys sit. And then second section is the big love seat in the back where Bill Cartwright gets the seat. And in the back are more like little suites that you can close off and sleep. So it's very impressive.
I don't think it gets much better than this. All the room we want, all the food we want, great service, can't beat it.
What was your first reaction when you got on this plane?
Can't go back to commercial after this. We better keep winning.
Yeah, that's it. They better keep winning, but that's a nice way to fly, isn't it?
Nice way to go.
Section for the press?
No section for the press. The press is not allowed. We got on there today, but that's it.